Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm here with the 1001th episode of Raw review, recap, whatever you want to call it. I'll just do a brief summary of. I took some notes of what I thought of Raw, what happened, and I'm just gonna do a pretty brief recap. Opening was we saw that the pyro had went down, or like the pyro had made the Titantron go down rather, and they periodically throughout the show replayed the same footage of Titantron caught on fire and having to evacuate, the 15 plus thousand people in attendance. I actually had a friend there. They had to wait and wait and wait to get let in. Luckily, the show still went on because that would have sucked to travel 4 hours to go there, or however many hours. Then we had a nice recap with the 1000th episode of Raw. Someone actually joked saying that episode 1001 was actually just a recap of 1000. We had CM Punk come out. He's turning heel again. A lot of people still don't really understand that. A lot of the kiddos are used to him being a good guy. He's still a good guy to me, but I know he's a bad guy. But people don't really get it. They're still cheering for him. He's got to do something pretty dastardly to make him a full-fledged heel again. But he did it on the announce table, which is kind of interesting. He's bringing back the cross-legged sit-down talk. He mainly made fun of, the main event status. Big Show came out and interrupted. John Cena beats up Big Show. He did a run-in, which prompted the new GM of Monday Night Raw, AJ Lee, to come out and set up the main event, which was Cena versus Big Show, which would become the winner would be the #1 contender at SummerSlam versus CM Punk. It wasn't bad. Then they had a tease of Daniel Bryan talking to the GM, or at least contemplating wanting to talk to the GM. Then we had a Santino versus Alberto Del Rio. Alberto squashed Santino in a couple-minute match. Brodus had an impromptu dance challenge by Vicky. Vicky basically did the, thumbs that she's been doing lately. Damien Sandow actually came out and snapped on Brodus and just beat the crap out of him. Looks like they're really, really, really pushing Damien Sandow, which isn't a bad thing. We had another backstage vignette with AJ and Bryan and the Orderlies. One of the Orderlies was played by Dylan Bostic, who's a great independent worker. I actually announced for him at an RCW/01 Pro show I did a couple weeks ago in Mishawaka. So yeah, Dylan Bostic, props. I kind of thought on the 1000th episode they were going to be Orderlies, and Daniel was going to marry AJ, and then, put her in an insane asylum, but, that didn't work out. Then we had Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus in a street fight. It was a very, very brutal match for the Raw standards nowadays. Several false finishes with the brogue kick and then the slam thing on the steel steps. It wasn't bad. I noticed that the 3-hour Raw Sheamus won, by the way, if I didn't say that, clarify, on the steel steps. Raw has a lot of recaps, the 3-hour Raw. I mean, they keep re-showing the Brock and Triple H angle. It's just constant. That's what DVRs are for. Then we had, Daniel Bryan kept staying in the ring afterwards and kept screaming, get a doctor, which led to a kind of a funny segment with Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, and Little Jimmy came out, and Daniel Bryan punt kicked Little Jimmy, and R-Truth flew out the ring trying to save him. That's when the Orderlies came out, and then we had Titus O'Neil versus Kofi, and probably the line that will be edited out and you'll probably never hear it again was and I quote, just give me one sec, I got it written down here. AEW is doing live over-the-mic commentary, which is awful. I hate it. Whether it's an indie show or a WWE show, it's terrible. He put, "Did you see that? Titus O'Neil is like Kobe Bryant at a hotel in Colorado. Unstoppable." He's obviously referring to when Kobe Bryant was accused of raping a woman. So yeah, PG WWE rape. Yeah, AW, you're getting crap canned. Kofi won, or I'm sorry, Titus won. Then we had a backstage segment where Punk respects Cena now, apparently. Then we had the one-man band, Heath Slater, who's slowly growing on me because of his annoyingness, took on the returning Randy Kennedy Orton. Orton won, obviously, in a squash. Then we had Miz and Ziggler taking on Y2J and Christian. So Y2J is apparently a full-fledged good guy now. It was a great match. Ziggler attacked Y2J after the match, after Y2J won. Yeah, this is setting up for a great feud. Those are four of my favorite wrestlers going right now. It was a great match, great tag match. Just, it was awesome. I'm in love with that match. It was awesome. Probably my favorite of the night. Then we, Ziggler attacked with the briefcase. Then we had a backstage segment where Daniel Bryan and the Doctor were going over Rorschach tests, and there was a goat face, which, yeah. I'm thinking that's going to be the next t-shirt. We had a rematch, a grudge rematch with Tyson Kidd versus Tensai. Tensai won the match, but then the ref reversed it after Tensai kept beating him up. I was hoping this would kind of happen that way. We don't really get a lot of reversals in wrestling. So then the King, Jerry the King Lawler, said kind of a racist comment regarding Sakamoto. I believe he said Sakamoto might have to change his name to Sum Ting Wong. Then after that, Kane beats up Daniel Bryan in the interview room. Then we had yet another recap. And then Punk comes out to do commentary for the Big Show Cena match for the main event. Nice back and forth match. Big Show is one of the best big men today. I mean, in comparison to people like Big Khali, Giant Khali, whatever, Great Khali, this guy can really, he can move. He's the same. He tries to change it up here and there. I give him a lot of credit. Takes a risk, like on the ropes, and give him a lot of credit. A lot of people half the size don't do what he does. Cena got launched into Punk towards the finish of the match. That was pretty nice. Punk interferes on Show's behalf, then gives an enziguri to Cena. That was awesome. That was awesome. So this is a nice, there's a lot of turmoil going on right now. And then AJ and Punk, I didn't really get that last segment. I really honestly did not get what was going on. But, whatever. It was fun. Very chaotic. Raw. What do you think of it? Yeah, have a good one.